Was that? Oh, Sexton fires point blank. Rangers, come on. Or not. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, your Company for Heroes 2 commentator for today, and today I'm going over a 3v3 on the map Red Ball Express. Never cover this map at all, so can't wait to see it. Anyway, who do we got? We got CC, we got ourselves Yellow and Milam versing Sithro, level 1, and Major Bones. If you have a replay to submit, well, unfortunately, today is reserved for Patreon supporters, so thank you to my awesome patrons who go one step beyond to support me, such as people will be covering today. But I also want to give a special thank you to everyone watching. Everyone who likes, subscribes really does help out. I do realize that like a third of people who watch these videos are subscribed, so, you know, if you could do that, that would be amazing. Really helps out the channel, because YouTube is weird. I have a video that goes up like this and all of a sudden it crashes, so, every support I get absolutely helps out. But what do we got here? Well, we got a American, an OKW, and another American. And it seems like they're having a bit of trouble on the left-hand side, while the OKW and the Austere are doing a pretty damn good job of holding this territory. Milam moved up with Sturms and Panzer Fusiliers, part of Breakthrough. I was going to say Grand Reserve. We also have Strategic Reserves, and we have German Mechanized. So, not bad. No... like, the best way, how do I describe it? No airstrike or anything like that, but we do have heavy tanks, such as the Yag Tiger and, of course, the Tiger Ace. Major's got an airborne. We got ourselves Calliopes with urban assault, and a Sexton with lots of artillery with our artillery regiment. Engineers sent back, I'm sorry, Pioneers sent back, but MG is covering one. Oh, maybe not enough. Level 1, seeing a weakened Austere, and by weakened I mean a Austere that's very support-based with Pioneers and MGs, and most of the forces are, again, kind of trying to help over here. So, you may not have as much in terms of all your MGs in one area to kind of provide that coverage that you need. CC is going Assault Grens on the right, and they seem to be picked off. The Pathfinder's doing a really good job, it seems, of wearing down those units. At least I believe. Yeah, this one has 5 kills in the building. He is just massacring. I mean, I don't want to say CC because was it sick? Again, I don't even know the reference here, but anyway, yeah, Yellow is definitely having a rough time with Assault Grens. I bet you he's like, I'm in the forest. Assault Grens will easily help me get to victory. Pathfinder's moving around, going in for the flank on the MG, which they are slowly wearing the unit down. I love how these guys should be taken up with the Assault Grens, but alas, that's simply not the case. Rear echelons get pushed back by Pioneers and MGs that moved over to try to assist their comrade. Yep. The Assault Grenadiers quickly dealt with the flank, and now the MG's dealing with the Pathfinder, so Major's off the front. Although more troops are being healed close by the front, thanks to an ambulance. And, yeah, I have a feeling if these guys charge up, they'll be easily slaughtered. So, the only bright spot right now seems to be the fact that, well, double munitions for the Allies as well. Because while it's like, oh, he can murder those troops, they don't have the fuel. So right now the Axis have double fuel. So, yeah, but pros and cons. Allies definitely do well with extra resources by getting, you know, the extra firepower of a bar or Bren or mines or, you know, insert any other special equipment or weapon that you can deploy. But speaking of special weapons, fuel helps. And since you have extra fuel, why not getting a... Oh my god. Why not get a half-track with a flamethrower on it to burn the enemy down? I like the idea of using the armor-piercing rounds. That's cool. The 50 cal does do damage. He's switching around, though he should have probably switched to cover the whole area. My god, he just does not care. AT grenade, though, is firing. He does burn the rifleman to death. But the half-track oh my god, that man went flying. Half-track goes down, and the Pioneers might die if level 1 can get the kill on yellow. Oh, sorry, blue. Oh, wait. That's so weird. Here it's yellow, but then here it's blue. Oh, that's weird. Oh my god. Do I actually have to think? Oh, okay, I have to literally pull up a name for these guys now because it keeps going back and forth. Oh, good. Oh, good. That makes it very clear. So we got Stalin. So we got Stalin and no known alias. Okay. So we'll say I'll just keep saying CC and we'll say Stalin for the austere player. I'm sure that won't be even more confusing. So nice mortar coming on in. Definitely push back rifleman squad. Another one. Stalin deploys another one of these units. Alas, he's not going to get chased thanks to the AT grenade. So that's a good. Actually, that's even more amazing. Level 1 just pops open the armor piercing and just lights it up. And yeah, the half track immediately goes down. Panzer Grenadiers lose 3 models in the resulting explosion. MG being burned to death. Oh my god, Stalin just losing all the men. Wow, actually, you know what? That name fits quite well. I'm just gonna say that. Royal Engineers moving in to grab the machine gun. Meanwhile, again, we have forces over here that are, well, not really having much contention at all. I'm assuming Milam will place mines or will block areas, or maybe try to kill units on retreat. Royal Engineers running on in. Sithro's probably not expecting this and probably doesn't want this unit to die, but it's probably... Oh my... Yeah, there it goes. Well, they probably won't stop the MG. They'll hurt it. But they definitely got the Royal Engineer, which is a big plus. Sithro, though, does have an AEC that he can deploy over to that front if need be. But it seems like he's heading toward the right to fight the 222. Okay. Universal Carrier running on into a Sturm Pioneer. These Sturm Pioneers are just like, alright, just keep firing. Literally, just keep hitting everything that we possibly can. Unfortunately, the infantry section might overwhelm them in the Universal Carrier. Once it gets outside the close proximity of those units, we'll probably start doing a bit more damage. AT gun has to pull back. There is an MG back there to kind of provide coverage. Ooh, good grenade. Panzerfussilier, I mean, that's a heck of a thing, and they actually killed the unit. Same can be said for the Sturm, but both sides are just massive. An MG goes down. Oh, Sithro is definitely losing more. Oh my god, but it is hilarious to see how many units. AT grenades going to be fired, and we're going to see that's Sithro's entire army pretty much dead, except for what, 2 units, 3 units? And there goes the Brits' hopes and dreams of ending this by Christmas. Oh boy. On the far right, though, allies are giving it their all. Pathfinders backed up by an MG and AEC, which will look, I mean, it's going to kill the 222. So while I'm like, Sithro's losing everything, CC's also losing everything as well.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
So, yeah, 222's down. Infantry's moving on up with really nothing to stop it. They're going to quickly take over that territory. Meanwhile, we got this utility car moving on in. Panzer Grenadiers trying to light it up. There is an MG, but it's not facing the right way, or at least it's not covering the entire area, so it can't hit that target. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what they do, because Panzer Grenadiers, again, are doing damage to it. It does have the extra armored skirts, so it's going to take a lot more damage. But the reason I say it, you have so many more units coming on in. You have to be very cautious. Utility car trying to get out now. Although now we have Rangers coming on in, and the MG went down, so don't expect a... Oh, grenade. Not too much damage on either side. Shreks are down, but again, the unit is gone. And healing on the front, too. Good job for level 1. We have a small counterattack being done by CC, but again, both him, more specifically Stalin, just taking heavy losses. I I don't know what the plan is here, but they need to do something. And it looks like Major's prepping himself to kill some units on retreat. That's going to be good. He's going to focus on the weaker unit. He has bars in them as well. He might kill it if he's lucky. Looks like the unit will escape. It might be, this MG might have helped that escape attempt as it suppressed 3 Pathfinders. And the Panzer Headquarters is hitting the other side. Rangers and Riflemen are doing everything in their power to keep diving, but I don't think they will. At the very least, this Panzer that just popped out is going to get massacred. Again, he doesn't want to get any closer because of the Panzer Headquarters, so good job of him going around. Utility cars back up, fully operational. Could start placing some M6 mines. Could be very proficient at stopping armor charges or killing light armor, such as that half-track. Which again, because he deployed 2 of them, that for reference is... let's see, real quick. That's about 40 fuel down the drain. So, you know, maybe not the best. FG section also been up to 5-man squads. Panzerfusilier having a hard time. And again, a lot of capture points currently under Allied control. And that's allowing a lot of resources to go one side and not so much the other. The positive thing is the Axis still have a fuel. And they're contesting a munition point. But again, it's like, how long is that going to go? 50 cals now aimed at the Kubel and just absolutely pushes that sucker back. AEC now trying to cover. Sturm's flanking, but if that AEC really wanted to fire on it, he probably could do some damage. Man, the micro on this 50 cal has been top notch this game. Seriously, really good job. Push back to Sturm. Obelsadad now coming on in. He's trying to fire at it, but if you say, Obelsadad moving around. But again, assault officers right there. You really don't want to fight that as well. Again, good job microing, getting the heck out of dodge. Rear echelon placing cover and barbed wire over here to make sure the enemy can't use it. We have defenses on this side, so again, good job with the 50s. Assault officer and infantry section pushing back the Obelsadad before he can get the upgrade, which is even better. Again, there is a retreat point here, so Milam isn't running that far, but still, very good job at least sending it back and at least trying to hold the front for a little bit longer. Assault officer and the infantry section do make it out of there, so Sithra doesn't have to worry about losing even more units. And there's nothing in close proximity to go for the cutoff and get that kill, although he is very low. And the MG's still there, so you can technically grab the Vickers again if he so wanted. Mines going down, so good job by Sithro for covering again even more his flank. You have the bar finders moving on in with grenades, pushing back the rear echelon, but not the more threatening, horrifying enemy that's on the front. Fighting positions are being placed down to guard this right-hand side with a bazooka team, which is very solid. Mortar carriage moving on in. Again, the more I see people use this effectively, the more I really like it in terms of its capabilities to counteract enemy defensive positions, neutralize enemy blobs and large forces, which in this case is a command tank and lots of Panzer Grenadiers with Panzerfusiliers, which are pressing up on the front. Royal Engineers not going to win that fight. They just don't have the defensive prowess or the firepower. AC might be able to do something against that command tank if it can fire from afar. It's a bit weak, probably want to get some heals, but overall I can definitely see it do a lot of work. Bar finders versus Panzerfusiliers while there's a dancing Royal Engineer squad there. They're breakdancing. Let's just go with that. The command tank can be hit by an ET grenade, but again, not that much damage to it at all. Gonna need much more damage in order to really cripple it and take that sucker down. But with AT support, I just don't see it with what the Allies have right now. Allies are getting a Sherman tank, so that's good. We have ourselves a Valentine tank, not what I expected, but again, a very good tank, specifically for support purposes with the artillery and smoke. I'm not the biggest fan of its attack capabilities, but we'll see. Maybe it can actually do some damage against the Panzer or against the infantry. But again, only time will tell. Right now, AEC is pretty low, so it's also not coming on in. Oh, great shot on that Panzer Grenadier squad retreating. AT gun is firing. Actually gets a solid hit on the command tank. Hold on. AT gun is pulling back. Valentine driving through the smoke. The command tank set down for it to retreat. Can't pen the front, though. He's going to try to keep going. He has the Sherman behind him. Again, they keep stopping. They're like, should we keep going? I don't think so. There's a pack gun back there, so good thing they stopped when they did. Sherman, by the way, is a Sherman with dozer blades. So again, it's not like, oh, it's only a howitzer. No, it can pen both armor and also high explosive damage to infantry as well. So don't cut it out. And plus, it can still build all the amazing defensive works that you would want from having a bulldozer attachment. So if we want to stop armor from coming through, you can do that. But then you provide the defense for infantry. Stug on the front, and Stalin is trying to do everything he can to hold. We have a Jagdpanzer moving on in, but armor-wise, still giving it to the Allies. I really like all the different units they have, and they have the maneuverability bonuses where they could overwhelm the Axis if they can open it up. FG section with Bren's push back the Punzful Slayers. There's an MG going down. It is a 42, so it is better. AEC misses being neutralized by the Jagdpanzer, but the Stug does take it out. Unfortunately, a little pathfinding may have stopped them from retreating. And again, maneuverability is great, but when you're stuck in this one area and you can't move or having trouble with pathfinding, yeah, the long-range tank destroyers will wear you down. So Rifleman infantry section, though, still there. Sherman's almost up to operational status. Let's see. We got troops back at base healing on up. Brumbar on the right. With no effective, again, because we're seeing a lot of mortar carriages, we're not seeing like a Jackson or anything else that could really pen that unit. He has AT guns, but, well, the American AT needs to activate some specials in order to really do a ton of damage to the Brumbar, as the Brumbar has really annoying front armor. Sherman trying to do what it can. Brumbar gets a nice shot on the rear on that unit. Pack gun hits it once again. Again, with the bulldozer, he should be fine if he takes another hit. If he took another hit. AT gun's now going to open fire on the Brumbar. Doesn't pen, though. Luckily, they're more busy taking out the MG for the additional infantry to come on in. Rifleman, though, trying to block it. AT gun moving on in, but now being hit by, well, about to be hit by all the Pathfinders and such. AT gun does activate its extra, does activate getting better rounds, so we can actually hold that unit off. In mid, we have a lot of Axis armor, and although infantry seems to be the main game, and Al-Sadat have a really bad time with the infantry section assault officer combo hitting it. The Punzful Slayers and MG support should be able to drive them away. Command tank, though, moving right, which is away from all the infantry, which you would assume they would want to keep bonuses for, but I guess they assume they're going to win this fight. And, yeah, they dropped a Bren, so maybe the Al-Sadat or Sturm can pick that up. Command tank, oh, no. Command tank decides to move on in. He is very lucky he didn't get messed up there, although he still might. Mortar carriage the Panzergrenadier that's just stuck on the command tank, like, let me out of here. Rangers lead the way, throwing a grenade on the MG. Doesn't matter if you have a defensive bonus. Rangers, Riflemen just tore that thing up. Panzergrenadiers, though, push back the Rangers, and Brumbars, though, coming on in. Can they finish it off? Great kill by level 1. Neutralizes the Panzer IV. Unfortunately, for the Axis, even with a Faust, it didn't have enough damage to cripple the tank. Stu coming in, though, firing. We have AT guns hitting the Brumbar, forcing the unit back. Extended range? Not likely. Sherman trying to get the heck out of dodge. Smoke is an option, but he's going to use pathfinding to run around the building. Oh my god, are we really doing this? Goes around the building. Up. Stug might fire. Nope, unable to. This is insane. I love this pathfind. Level 1. Oh my god. AT guns now firing through. Sherman gets the kill. That's some great teamwork. Drop more smoke, though. Get the hell out of there. The reason is the AT guns were providing support through the brush, firing at the Stug where it couldn't see, and they neutralized it. Utility car sees the incoming unit. Valentine tank is there. It can use its maneuverability to neutralize the Stug, which is about to hit the mine. Oh, that's bullshit. That's... Wait. Hold on. Oh, he is so close. That Valentine tank could have ran circles around that Stug if needed. But also there's pack guns there, so maybe it could have been a little dicey. But still, hitting the mine would have been really bad for Stalin. I mean, he had a lot of his troops right back at base healing. He doesn't have a ton of manpower and reserves, so he has some own issues. Let's see here. We got ourselves Assault Grenadiers engaging, but Pathfinders are actually doing a decent job, even against the upgraded Askarans, at just holding them back. Now, again, close range, you really don't want to be in that fight. And, yeah, that Pathfinder just dropped a bar, which the Grenadiers are like, ooh, mine. But, still. Mortar carriages just doing what they can to blast the infantry. Stug coming on in to provide support. AT guns there will easily push back the Stug. It's like, come on. Stug realizing I have made a grave error. It's barely alive. One last shot could kill it. Nope, it will escape. Infantry's fighting in mid, but the MGs again hamper the infantry section from really pressing against the Axis lines. Wow, a Sturm Officer doing very well for itself. Vet 4. Grenade is thrown, but unable to kill the MG. Riflemen, though, come on in. Sturms did grab the bread, which I thought they would. They're retreating, though. Huntsville Slayers trying to keep the remaining units off the front. Again, you're going to need smoke or something to get around it, which level 1 does have cover to cover, which is a really good ability to drop smoke on MG positions, and you can just run past it. Panzer Grenadiers are running because they're close to armor and pushing back toward mid. We have a dive with double Shermans. I don't know what they're trying to go for. And also the Faust could have killed this Sherman, but instead hit the other one. I'm assuming he was trying to cripple it, but did not work. Again, one goes down thanks to the Stug firing from afar. And again, the AT guns are in a really bad position. Mortar carriages and infantry might be able to stop them from recrewing it. They at least kill one. Here come the Pathfinders. Can they kill the unit in its entirety? I just don't see it. Sherman opening fire on the MG. Fantastic job. Yeah, mortar carriages just doing a lot of work. Sherman, again, making sure they don't go near it. Also holding back the armor. The Jagdpanzer are coming on in. A lot of stuff in Milam's Jagdpanzer is a threat this AT gun will probably need a turn to deal with. I get why he's this way because that's where the Brumbar is, but oh my god, this Stug is so done. Fire. They got it. Once again, Stalin losing another unit. Even with the extra penetration, they can't fight the Brumbar. Hot damn. Panther, though, gets penned. Infantry on the front, though, are pushing it against those AT guns. Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers trying to kill those AT. And, yeah, both go down. Mortar carriages are now really in real trouble right now there. As, again, you have the Panther, pack guns, Brumbar, command tank, all moving on in. Luckily, Jackson is brought up finally by the Major. And, yeah, while I did lose the AT guns, the armor is not exactly in a great position, and Jackson is very close to killing a lot of them. Pathfinders are healing close to the front. Left-hand side, there was a raid of some type. I'm not sure. Maybe it was by Milam, but Milam doing his best to still provide pressure. Because, again, he's covering half the map pretty much himself. There's not much pressure in that area, but he's still trying to do what he can. A lot of forces by Sithro on the other side, which is fine. But it's not like there's a lot of stuff over here to begin with. Not a lot of, like, defensive works or anything. So, again, also you can drop smoke. There's smoke flares here, so I feel like Sithro could do better here and drop smoke or drop artillery, especially with the assault officer who has that extended range to drop that stuff. So, I don't know. Rangers will flank and the MG will be forced out of its position. Sherman tank once again pushing on in. Level 1 brings up Calliope as well that could hit a lot of really good positions across the front as, the Germans have been bunching. So if they bunch, then the Calliope will anti-bunch. And by anti-bunch, I mean murder lots of men. Infantry section tried to hold back the Panzer Grenadiers, but they are closing the gap pretty quickly. And they're going to retreat before they get bundled or neutralized. Light cannon bomb is thrown. But the Panzer Grenadiers did not take the bait and charge. Right now, by the way, VP's pretty much on point. Very close to each other. Just realized, hot damn, yeah, things are pretty close in this game. With the constant back and forth nature of mid. British, though, seem to be placing some mines, which, hey, good for them. Wait. No. That's not British mines. That's the M6 mines from the utility car. If that Stu would have hit that M6 mine, then yeah, it would have been crippled. It would have been dead. But he's very lucky it did not. Meanwhile, we have the Brumbar, which is hanging out next to mortar carriage fire. Jackson's like, I see you. Get out of here. Shrek Fire is going to hit that Sherman, but again, the extra bulldozer attachment will prevent it from being damaged too badly. Calliope, though, is going to have some payback, and Panzer Grenadiers are sent running. And again, big issue. Austere, you have to retreat all the way back to base, so it's going to be a while before they have any major counter with infantry and armor on the front. At least for that player. And while they do have a... Oh my god, are you serious? CC borrowed the AT line. Oh, he's so damn lucky with that Sherman. Nice smoke, by the way, by level 1. Excellent use and coverage right there. Right now, Command Valentine trying to do what it can, but again, while it does have 8 kills, and I'll give full credit, the support it has is dying pretty quick, and it's just chilling in the smoke. Jagdpanzer on standby. Decent shot on target. Kubel trying to provide fire support. Speaking of fire support, we have planes coming on in, which push back the Panther. Well, finally the Sherman goes down. Sorry, level 1. Well, I like the Sherman. It lasted a lot longer than it honestly should. Like, how many times I think it escaped with its life? Bazooka teams do push back the command tank, which, by the way, no, you are not in air. I don't think he was... Oh, wait. Here comes the plane. It's going to hit it, isn't it? It was in range. Luckily, the other plane either got shot down or probably got shot down. Otherwise, it probably would have died there. Pathfinder's wearing down the Panzer Grens, and he might actually get the kill here. But a bundle grenade forces them back. But if they were focusing... he was being melted pretty quickly. Mortar carriage is coming in to provide support, but the Brumbar is saying, hey, no. Jackson is coming on up. Calliope is firing again, right on top of Panzer Grenadiers and on the bunker, wearing everything down this sector, and killing the bunker, which is even better. Because that means the Panzer Grenadiers will not get those reinforcements. They'll have to walk all the way over to the OKW base. Again, not going great for the Axis, although we have better armor than Stugs. In this case, a Panther moving on in. A lot of AT guns over here is probably going to prevent the armor from really doing much. Mortar carriages can still fire from afar, but they'd be very careful that they don't get, you know, countered with a very lucky shot. Now, luckily, because of the trees, it's a lot harder to do, but you get lucky, you get all 3 shots through the forest, you could end up killing a mortar carriage or 2. Kubel's just, again, just using its detection ability to see what there is. And that's probably why we're seeing a lot of Milam's forces over here. Because he's like, they're not prepping to attack me on my flank. And I can see if they were trying to do something. So I can immediately move over. So maybe that's why Cithro's over there. Because he knows Milam will detect any sort of advance he does. So better to fight for mid. Just an idea. Although if we look at the Axis and you look at the minimap, you can see they can see pretty far because of the Kubel via Milam. Like, he's able to detect forces on the minimap for quite some time. So again, he can absolutely see if anything's coming his way. But speaking of which, Almosadon, Panzer Fusiliers, Stuka's on the front. Interesting. Where's Milam firing with that? But more importantly, let's look at the big armor push on the right. Jackson trying to do what it can, but it needs some AT support. Luckily, another new Jackson came up and has been doing that and has successfully pushed back the Tiger and the Panther. Tiger Ace to be more specific. Calliope opening fire. Oh, Zidane like, please don't murder me. Unfortunately, oh my god. Panzer Fusilier super low. Major on the field. Vet 3. Give a shout out to a Vet 3 Major. Excellent job. And yeah, Valentine Tank seems to have been a worthy addition in terms of doing damage. Although AT guns are moving on in, utility car might and does go down. It's a great job, though. Same can be said for the Brumbar being hit by British AT guns, and so also artillery. Did they just lose all of their AT guns? I think he just lost all of his AT guns. That was a good allied counterattack with artillery. So yeah, now they have to worry about Cithro is 3. You have 3 sextons on the front. Are you insane? I mean, obviously, that's a lot of artillery. But hot damn, that is a lot of artillery. I'm gonna say it twice. Because yeah, now the ally, if the Axis can use that, if the Axis can't counter that, let me rephrase, then they're done. Because the artillery will wear down their forward bases, will wear down their where their troops are stationed, and it's just gonna be harder and harder to hold the front. As someone who's done that tactic on this map, Rangers though are close by. They should hopefully be able to grab mid, as you know the Axis currently control it. Jagdpanzer gets a great shot along the side, and Milam is taking territory. So again, good for him. At least start wearing down the allied resources that they're getting. Also, cash is back here, but allies, I'm not seeing any caches across the front anywhere. So, again, that's a missed opportunity for the allies not to have something, especially with Major having pop cap. So, again, just saying, Major, 1,600 manpower probably could definitely help with those caches. Though, he doesn't have rear echelon, so he's kind of in that rough spot of not being able to. Although, rear echelon's only 5, so, I mean, just don't heal your Pathfinders, put some caches down, then send the unit in a very bad charge. So, we'll see what he does. Or just, you know, decrew your units as the Americans. That's also a possibility. MG goes down to the Calliope. Oh, come on! Come on! Oh my lord, that is so annoying. Calliope does go down, thanks to the Jagdpanzer getting a great shot on target. However, again, those M6 mines have been so close to detonating. They have been so damn close. I guarantee you level 1's like, there's so many, I just want him dead. I just want him to explode on one of my mines. I mean, okay, I didn't call for that explosion, but it was pretty cool. So it looks like the counter artillery will be literal artillery, being the LEFH, which got great shot, killed the rail engineers here. So that'll take Cithro a little longer to heal his armor and such. Should be noted, Sextons could always do a creeping barrage, which could neutralize the artillery. But again, they would have to get in range for it, which could be very risky to move a Sexton up that close, and B, even if they try to focus on that, then they also would have to make sure it's properly, will they hold the front, and that would also require them removing infantry, which if the artillery is trying to focus on something else, they do not focus on the infantry and stuff like that, which has been the main priority for a lot of the artillery, neutralize support equipment and such. Paratroopers try to push back the armor, and looks like they are successfully doing so. Werfer, though, is going to fire upon these units, and they will definitely hurt them. Not that much, though. Jackson's, again, follows suit in the retreat, which is good for these 2 pieces of armor because they are pretty low. And this is what I mean by the Sextons focusing on other things than the artillery, because right now they're hitting and pulverizing the front. These Askarans, Panthers, all sorts of stuff. Those Pioneers have to be very cautious. One good shot and they're all dead. Absolutely. I just suspected. This is my pessimistic side of my brain, just expecting a shot to come in and just them all to die. But no, they actually survive. Jackson comes along the side, though, trying to kill the Kubel. Rickenwerfer forced it back. Surprised they didn't actually get the kill on the Kubel. But Kubel will survive, being Vet 4. For now. Rangers, though, pushing against the MG. Again, cover to cover. Super good ability, but now he doesn't have as much munitions. Now it's more reasonable he's not using it. He's just going to retreat the MG. Good job, Milam. Again, a little precarious there with 50 cal. Panther being pushed back by the AT. Wait, did both Calliopes die? Oh, both Calliopes perished. Okay. I saw one. But I guess both of them are, because he has no Calliopes. I thought he had 2 at one point. Air support coming in the back. Could go for numerous targets. Sherman pretty low. Could drop smoke. Great job killing the Kubel. Air is going for what? It's the Tiger and the Werfer. Sherman very close to meeting its fate. It's trying to hide behind the building. Jackson could go in for some long-range shots, but again, trees in its way, it looks like. AT grenades. Now he's pulling back the Sherman, trying to move in to get the kill. Doesn't pen, though, with the Sherman. Come on. Oh. Jackson goes down. Sherman now trying to hide. Unable to. And level 1 loses the majority of his units. Yeah, maybe it would have been best to just let the Sherman die than sacrifice to Jackson too. But I get the I give credit. Smoke also could have been called down for him to like maybe flank with the Jackson. But again, with the Punchable Slayers, AT grenades were more likely than not, especially given their range. Mortar carriages, though, excelling with their range, absolutely murdering that poor MG. Man, CC just can't catch a break. He's just falling apart. Tiger Ace is, though, still alive, though there's a repair facility, and there it is under fire. So, at least we know the Sextons do have range on that. But again, looks like LAFH just counter-barraged and forced them to retreat. But they'll have to be here, which, again, very close to the front. I would hate to be a Sexton commander and firing that close with a Panther and a Tiger. Multiple Panthers, sorry, and a Tiger close by. Jackson's being chased. Bazooka team is the right close proximity to those Panthers. Jackson's opening fire. Again, using their excellent range and damage to easily push back the Panthers. Stalin, in that way you're not doing as great. Werfer, though, that was a good shot. I like all of them very low on health and definitely took a number of model losses. Milam once again dives in, finally hits that mine, loses quite a number of his men. So I'm glad something, you know, detonated from the mine. I'm glad there was some damage, but again, I feel like it would have been so much sweeter to have the armor, you know, get blown up by it. But you know, you get what you get. Panther charging on the front against the Valentine tank. Panzer Grenadiers moving on in. Again, very close to all the armor, and Valentine tank does act. Wait, hold on. What is that? Was that? Oh, Sexton fires point blank. Rangers, come on. Or not. Oh my god. Sithro. Mwah. Beautiful hit. Takes out the Panzer Grenadiers. Takes out Stalin's frontline force. CC as well, pretty low. He only has 2 infantry, so he's not going to be making up for it. Jackson's, though, moving on in against the Panther charge against the mortar carriages. He wants those dead. But Jackson's are probably not going to let him escape. And will easily protect the mortar carriages. So good job on Major for that protection. Panther coming on in. That could be worrying. Because Sithro doesn't have AT. And Valentine tank is not going to hold the front. Oh, a lucky miss. Panther misses. Valentine tank survives somehow. and it will pull back. That's pretty damn lucky. Hot damn. More Panthers coming on in. Jacksons continue to wear down Stalin's Panther. It's like you're trying to get that final shot in, but you're not gonna kill it. Like, you're very lucky the other Panther Jackson missed, because Bazooka team is slowly wearing you down. Werfer comes on in, kills the paratrooper that just got the upgrade. Panther once again getting hit. Now we have some artillery. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Hold on. Oh, concentration barrage. Not bad. Stuka comes along the front. Maybe hit some units, though. That's a Panzer Grenadier squad, so hopefully they didn't do friendly fire. That's the last thing he needs. No, it's probably from earlier. Mortar carriage moving in to fight the Panzer Fusiliers. And that's the biggest bane right now for the Axis, for the Allies, is this left side. Milam is just keeping it together. And now we have a Puma going on in. Unfortunately, the Rangers and Assault Officer can detect it. But, like, there's nothing stopping this Puma from just... Well, okay, there's a Valentine tank, but it's now gone. So, oh, wait. Comet comes on in. Cithro finally realizing, armor might be a good idea. Drop smoke. Puma tried to escape the Comet's wrath, but alas, Rangers just kill it. Level 1's like, yeah, you're not escaping. Pumas are still can be damaged by my guns. But no, solid work right there. Comet's a solid frontline tank. Unfortunately, though, Cithro, I think that could have been better earlier. And again, Cithro doesn't have much of a frontline fighting force. He's definitely lost the infantry section over time. Again, he's lost his MGs. He's lost his AT guns. He can recruit some of them, for sure. But, like, right now, he needs... Like, he's over here, right? Cithro needs to focus on the left. He's doing great. Like, you're... like, and that's the thing I'll say. Like, right now, Milam has a population of around 80, right? The other two Axis members, while they keep being thrashed, have a higher population, which is astounding to me. Now, a lot of it is, you know, not weaker, but... well, let me rephrase that. Stronger units that, if lost, will add up more of his population. Oh my god. Panther dive along the side. Just pressing on the weak point. Sexton goes down. Any fire support? Jackson's more focusing on the front against Panthers. So they're already in a fight. Firefly moving on in. As the Comet dies. AT gun fires on the Panther. But again, not much stopping it. If anything, it's going to run into Major Bones' back lines.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Luckily diverted because it doesn't want to fight Jacksons. Although now there are 3 Panthers. I feel like the Allies vastly overestimated their AT capabilities and underestimated Axis armor. But level 1, again, Jackson moving on in, has 1 AT gun as well, which was getting shots, but still. But Axis have so much armor. We have a Tiger. We have all the, let's see, we have 3 Panthers, a Command Panzer, possibly 2 more Panthers and a Tiger Ace, and then we have ourselves a Jagdpanzer. I'm just shocked. I'm honestly shocked by the amount of armor the Axis have and how CC and Stalin respectively have been thrashed so many times yet somehow still look like are, you know, in this fight. But again, gotta give a shout out to like Major, who has done such a good job at going after enemy forces, really pressing the enemy lines, taking over certain points, hitting the armor with the Jacksons. Again, double Ved 3 Jackson's always great to see. But there's so many pieces of armor here, he has to be very cautious. Luckily, Pathfinder's giving him the sight lines. Tiger Ace takes some hits, but again, Command Tank providing that defensive bonus for it. Oh my, when Pathfinder, oh wait. When Pathfinder's providing you the sight, Major doesn't have enough for an air support strike though. And again, their retreat path is very, very unprotected. Command tank could move in there and fire, but he's not risking it. Not with Jackson's nearby. The Storm Officer in mid. VP-wise still pretty close though. Allies have a very small lead. All Axis might be able to circumvent it with the Storm Officer taking mid. Again, I feel like someone needs to contain Milam, because every time Milam gets wild, then the other two follow suit. Punceful Soliers, again, looks like took casualties, recruited, got more, upgraded, at least are on the front, and hoping to fight Riflemen, which again, don't have upgrades of their own. Rangers do, though, and Rangers will lead the way, and by lead the way, I mean murder everyone in their path. Stuka comes on in. Oh, it's gonna hit the MG on retreat, isn't it? MG's like, not today. I don't want to die. I don't want to be the one. Luckily, Jackson AT and more Jackson from Major might finally kill one of those Panthers. Come on. Finally, one goes down. The other guys might not be lacking AT, but Major has the paratroopers, which are very low on health, and Werfer drove them back, but also has the Vet 3 Jacksons. So but unfortunately, Allies still outnumbered by the total amount of armor the Axis have, so still has to be very cautious. Might lose one Jackson here. Does lose it. Major, luckily, has plenty of reserves, so he's pretty good. He has the American industry behind him. He's like, ah, yes, just send another Jackson. I mean, sure, they're not, you know, Vet 3 forces, but still, at least something. Jagdpanzer, though, might snipe the Firefly if it's lucky. Nope. Guardhouse, unfortunately, takes the shot. AT gun opening fire, or trying to... Oh, no, he's retreating. He was aimed in a completely different position. Our engineers... they're at least taking hits. And unfortunately, MG is more preoccupied with Rangers, so they're not going to be suppressed. Although, barrage coming on in, MG forced back. Artillery, nice shot on the command tank there. Captain trying to move on in now. I love the Storm Officer, by the way, the Bren. That's just hilarious. And Tree just comes in, because why not? Hold on, was that? Oh, they're trying to take over this position. Well, luckily, you still have the bar finder, so they're just slowly making their way up. And mortar carriages continue to just, well, wreck shop against infantry. I would run if I were you. Well, they're already half dead. You want to stay? No? Good, run. Rifleman opening fire on the Panzer Grenadier squad. Molotov thrown. Wearing him down. Sherman at least slowly killing them. More Punsful Slayers. Sherman's like, don't worry, I got your back. And yeah, mortar carriage is like, no, we'll drive him away. Panther's like debating with its life, like, should I engage this? Immediately, AT fires like, you know what? You shouldn't. You really shouldn't have, Panther. They have no main gun for you. Werfer comes on in, though. AT gun, very low. Echelon actually fine, all things considered. Rifleman may not make it thanks to the Tiger firing. Let's see. Does finish it off. Echelon could have probably capped it. Whatever the case may be, Bazooka team's coming on in, and Jackson's. Although Panthers are heading right, are they hoping to flank it? Pathfinders can't see them. So it's not like it's going to be some amazing, like, oh my god, flanking maneuver. They can, honest to god, see the Panthers. The Pathfinder's like, shh, let them believe that they're sneaking up. Let them believe that we can't see them. So again, good job on Major for being like, alright, I see them, I'll deal with them in a moment. Immediately realizes that, pulls back. Where's the... Oh, the Bazooka teams are pulling back. They got hit with some artillery fire. Again, Jackson's now all focusing on the Panthers. Oh, CC, you unfortunate. I can't say dumb, because that tactic was smart. But you unfortunate bastard. Jackson luckily dodges the Panther shot. Panther, can it escape? Yeah, it actually escapes. Probably not worth losing one of them, but hey, at the very least, it could have been worse. It could be being bombed by Allied air support in mid. Panther Diagons are trying its best. Duke firing once again. Will actually get some kills. Might be able to. Doesn't even kill the AT gun. That was an amazing hit. Captain still fighting in mid. You got Panzerfusiliers and Sturm officer fighting. Jackson opening fire on the Panther. Again, those Pathfinders just amazing providing that sight. Maybe Jackson can kill it. Come on. Oh, double miss. Population-wise, Milam 85. I would say mid-80s is where the Axis are right now. Allies are not that. They lost the mortar carriage, finally. Was that artillery that did that? Or was that a lucky long-range shot from the Raketenwerfer? Raketenwerfer, I'm betting. Okay, not bad. Yeah, that's probably going to make Major pretty damn mad that he finally lost one of the mortar carriages. Like, you finally killed him? I mean, I can always make more, but still, revenge. Panzer IV in mid. I mean, good luck, buddy. Infantry section are taking over in the place of the Rangers, which are pulling back. Pathfinders continuing to try to harass the infantry, though having a rough time. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, the Allies are probably, I would say, upper 70s, give an estimate, but we'll see. Milam going breakthrough, interesting. He's just trying to grab that territory. Artillery's just coming down all around him. How many sections does Cithro have? Just one. Oh, two. He has two. Artillery, though, is trying to counterfire. He has yet to been able to really counteract these guys. Again, Veterancy could do that with a creeping barrage. Sextons may not be the best in terms of... I thought... I could be wrong. Don't they have less range than the Priest? I thought they have a slightly less range because they're slightly lower cost, but I mean, the good news is they can always head over here if they need to and like get by this building. It's not like Major's been doing an amazing job. I mean, Major's been doing such a fantastic job of covering this whole area. So I don't understand. So I could easily see Cithro being like, okay, I'm gonna move there, protect me as long as you can. I'll take out the artillery. AT gun once again survives the barrage. Rangers take mid. Infantry trying to push on in, but the MGs are slowing them down and forcing them back. Medical bunker going near the front. Infantry section about to die, thanks to some weapons that they gave the Brits and an MG, which I thought was the Vickers. Would be amazing if the Vickers, but no. At least the bread. At least the bread the Sturm officer has. Does he have two? He hasn't. Hold on. No, he only has one. I was gonna say if he has two, I would have lost my mind. But no, the SDG is given to the officer at what, Vet 4? No, Vet 5. Okay. Jackson's moving in. Panther very low, but two more take its place. Pathfinding again might block the Allies here. Let's see. Another Jackson coming to fight fire support. Unfortunately, the other Vet 3 Jackson does perish. Air support, though, coming on in. Might get the kill if they all hit the target. They focus on this Panther, maybe not. That Panther could be done for if it's hit. That one's hit. The other plane is not focusing. Rangers holding mid. I don't know for how long, though. Air support's coming on this Panther. Great shots. And the Panthers want to get driven back. God, how much? 50 kills with the Rangers. Oh my god. Alright, solid effort there. And Centaur, not a bad unit, just murdered that infantry. Again, a very good infantry killing unit. I feel like we're running into the same problem we ran into before.
The enemy destroyed a vehicle.
Can someone let Cithro know that he's supposed to be guarding the flank? Maybe that would help him so that way he doesn't lose more units. Well, Allies lost quite a bit. Panzer IV is a loss, but again, I don't think Milam is that angry that his Panzer IV killed two Allied vehicles. I don't think he's really like crying too bad about that. Maybe tears of joy, but yeah. So, something needs to be done about the flank. Mines, a detection vehicle, something. So that way you can at least know they're flanking. Or at the very least you can see them coming. Whatever. Just, I've been bringing it up so many times. I mean, like, look. Major's put down caches. So he has used his Exos manpower to help his team. Cithro, you need to help your team. I truly think you need to help your team. Bazooka team's coming on in. Maybe against the Panther. Get some good rear armor shots. Tiger Ace is... Again, give credit, bet 3, but, hold on. Might not have support here soon. If the Panther just pushes through the trees, does not care. Oh my god, Tiger Ace lower than expected. Oh, there is a bunker back here to hold back infantry. Okay, so he has something to try to hold back Major. Jackson's to wear it down very quickly, if in the proper position, but we'll see. The Yagpons are just hiding, waiting for an ambush. Infantry section trying to hold back some of the Milam's forces. Rangers, this squad has 14 kills. One Jackson comes on up.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Again, just Sturm's chilling. Echelons are just walking over, putting caches. He might detect this. Again, another Panther charge to the side. And they have spotting scope, so they can stop and stop, quickly look around, see targets, and go for it. They see the Sexton over here, but they're focusing on the Firefly, because again, that's just as important of a unit to kill. Maybe not as vulnerable as this unit, but still pretty damn important. Panther does kill it. Air support comes on in. Panther goes down. Jagdpanzer would probably be next up on the docket, though rockets do hit the dead unit rather than the unit that is trying to get the hell out of Dodge. Jackson's giving chase. One last shot. Misses target. Panther, though, now taking the brunt of the action with all the Allied armor. Oh, Jackson survives. Panther does not. I actually don't know if that's a win-win for the Axis because again, that's 2 Panthers. That's a lot of fuel for what, a Firefly and a Sexton. I don't think it's worth it per se. Panthers do kill a cache. That's pretty good. Again, right now, Major is... Look at this army. This army is so good. He has so many good units. I forgot to mention how many kills the Pathfinders have. But let's just round up and just say they have 70 kills. Like, they've been doing such good work. Mortar Carriage, by the way, 30 kills. Like, there's no doubt that Major's been probably going to have the top kill count of the Allies. Like, the only person I can think of would be level 1 with his Rangers. And to be fair, his Rangers do have a lot of kills. But, like, I don't know. Again, Panthers, and while I did recommend caches, what really helps is having some protection. Come on, Cithro, like, level 1, someone needs to be over there. Someone needs to help. Major's on this front, right? This is his area. Like, this is his lane. I just don't understand why there isn't anything on that side.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Because it's not like Milam has been super deadly. He's been fighting mid because there hasn't been any pressure on that side. Now this armor is running from a single Jagdpanzer.
We've dropped to 200.
It's Vet 5, so, you know, take that for what you will. Middle is now... It's gonna have to... I mean, like, there's a Tiger Ace, a Werfer, 40 kills, by the way. Good. Command Tank has 37, so I'll give credit there. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, something needs to change here, because fundamentally, the Allies aren't doing great. Luckily, this Panther just charged into 3 Allied armored units. Why are the Allies running? This is your time. This Panther is so screwed. Especially because these guys have, you know, the dual bulldozer blades. Wait, was that... I swear it looked like they... Oh, this guy had a bazooka. I'm like, who has the bazookas? The guys with Thompsons? Oh, maybe they do. Oh, they do, I think. Jagdpanzer might snipe him. Does get the hit. Smoke comes down a little bit late with cover to cover. Which I'm glad you're using it, but... Wait, won't cover to cover deploy right there? Or am I crazy? Or maybe it was used here so it's not in range of it? I don't know. Or maybe it stopped being used? Whatever. Luckily, the MG did die. Artillery fire is coming down. We have some shots along the side thanks to Jackson. But again, it's only a single Jackson. Fire coming down from the Stuka. Pathfinder's trying to dodge. Get the heck out of there. Doesn't want to burn to death. German forces taking mid, which again makes sense. I mean, just wear down the Allies via VPs. It's still a very close match. But it's the small things that's really going to end up killing your momentum. And that left flank for the Allies just keeps being a pain in their side. Grenades being thrown. Captain might die here. You will die there. Jackson trying to hold back the front, but again, a lot of armor. Command tank moving on in. Jagdpanzer moving on in. This command tank might perish here. Does. Good bazooka shot. Bazooka team's coming on in. Can we kill in the Panther? Jagdpanzer trying to fire. Does hit the Jackson from the side. Bazooka team moving on in. Can we hit the Panther that's being healed? We do. Alright. Looks like someone is just... Oh my god. Stalin's like, ah, yes, victory is ours. It's like, no. Not yet. If I can hit that thing in rear armor, I would try to kill it. Come on. Yes! Panther goes down. And CC loses a good chunk of his army. He get like one Panther, but... Oh! Okay, it's dead. Yeah. But he's still... That's some big losses for him. Saw officer, though, moving back in. Pathfinders moving into counterattack. Another Jackson's being developed. Again... They're like, I feel like all the Allies are hiding near Major. Like, hey, Major, can you protect us? And Major's like, no, you get back out there and fight your own goddamn battles because your guys are coming over to kill me. And I killed 2 of his Panthers, so you should be clear. Because again, his main adversary technically would be the double Panther Tiger guy. Bazooka team's moving in to deal with that Panther. Firefly trying to hold back the Tiger Ace. Jackson is well on standby. We have artillery now coming down this region. Pathfinder pretty low. Pulls back. Firefly still cracking that Tiger Ace. Bazooka team's just slowly being worn down by the armor, longer ranging it. And eventually they have to pull back. Warfare comes on the path. Oh, yeah, Pathfinder's being hit. Oh, wait, no, they did. I have no idea. Rangers might get lucky and take mid. 60 kills. Also might burn to death. Luckily, oh, he's walking back in. No. I salute these. Oh, he's just. Okay. Okay, he lived. Thank God. Like, these 60 kills. Let's not lose him like that. The last Panther. At least for Stalin. His artillery, though, again, gotta give credit. 50 kills. Sexton, are you... Oh, doesn't have veterancy. Can't hit it. Captain slowly being worn down. Rangers coming on in. Up, there goes that unit. Who needs infantry, right level? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Panther immediately dies the bazooka and Jackson and Firefly combo over here. Good shots. Allies, I think, making a comeback? I'm not sure. Jackson's hitting the Panzer IV. Definitely it'll be a while before it comes back up. This Jagdpanzer, god damn. It is a thorn in the Allied side, that's for sure. And Kenriver's there too. He's charging his armor like, yes, we'll kill it. And it's like, no. There's plenty of AT. Concentration barrage though coming on in to hopefully kill the AT guns. Jagdpanzer gets a great shot on target. AT gun finish off the Jackson. Tiger Ace moving in to finish off the Sherman. And level 1 might lose a lot here. Firefly trying to assist, but I don't know. Jagdpanzer shoots and he scores, killing what, 7 vehicles so far. Jackson's now trying to finish off Tiger Ace with air support coming on in. With the, yeah, there we go. With the Vet 3-1, yeah, it was probably very high in likelihood that he was going to kill it. Air support coming on in will hurt the Panthers. Luckily, one of the planes got shot down, so the Axis don't have to worry about too much anti-tank stuff, but still, Warfare comes on in, driving the Rangers back. Looking for a target. Alright, no target for him. Pathfinder's moving on in. Okay, they got like 70 kills or so. Not too bad. Assault Grenadiers. Could be picked off if he's lucky. Oh no, he's going to run from the Warfare. Auto grenade doesn't do as much damage as you probably would have liked. Panzer Grenadiers are all given Shreks, so they're not exactly going to do well against infantry. And the artillery comes on in. Although LFH artillery is firing, although it's the airburst shell one.
We've dropped to 100 points.
Axis have a 50-point lead now. But British artillery, not British artillery, British forces are coming on in. Again, my biggest fear is Milam just coming in and just breaking the legs of the Allies once again through an attack from in the area that the Allies just are seemingly not defending. Great shot with the artillery, drives back a lot of the British forces. Jackson about to be overwhelmed, but again, I feel like he wasn't expecting all the bazooka teams to be there. Not enough though to kill the Panther and make it even. Close. Like this pathfinding might make it closer. And also a bad Warfare. It's slowed him down, I guess. Oh my god. CC's like, alright, build a bunker, build a bunker, build a bunker. Bunkers on bunkers to contain Major. Yep. Jackson on standby, so if that Panther tries to come on up, it'll slowly be worn down. And again, the retreat path is not that far from the front anyway. Holy shit, are we actually seeing a push on left? Wait. Remember, guys, Axis mines, A-okay to hit allies. Allied mines against Axis, we can't have that. Wow, it's like there's not much. I mean, yeah, of course, mines. But this area's been also under his control for how much of this game? So if you don't press on that side for like an hour, yeah, they're gonna be mines. Good kill on the Jagdpanzer though. That's easily Milam's best unit. Oh, okay. Storm Officer with 63 kills, which probably no small feat is from the Bren's SCG combo. I'll give credit there. Vet 5 for Canmurfer, pretty good. But again, I feel like the Jagdpanzer has just been, it's been so good this game. Half-track moving in to stop that infantry. A lot of area that should be under Allied control is not allowing Axis to get a ton of resources. Milam is like 1,200 fuel. Like, he's solid in that department. Sure, and again, I can keep saying that, like, you have Stalin and CC who keep, like, doing spam forces, like in this case, Panthers and Werfers. But it's slowly wearing down Major, I think. Maybe? Oh, man, that sucks. Didn't reinforce, so you're not getting your bazooka team. Three bazookas probably would have done wonders. And against the Werfers, which is pretty much not defending on the front, a good Jackson shot could kill it. Which I feel like that's why that's moving on up. Oh, please. Werfer. Come on. Oh, they just fired. Got too close. Werfer's now firing point blank. That was unfortunate with the reinforcement thing. That was unfortunate. Jack's trying to go for the kill. Needed that for it to work. But at least he got away. But there's so many bunkers on the front. Again, Pathfinder walking on up and then just Jackson's spotting and killing it would easily kill that stuff, or just shooting at themselves. Exactly what they're going to do. Battle in mid continues as we have allies desperately trying to take mid. Luckily, the Rangers might actually do it. Spoke too soon. Oh my god, the constant Werfer. Not taken anymore, though. And a lot of infantry, very good infantry, is making its way to mid. This might actually be GG, which is unfortunate. And again, I know I keep bashing Cithro in level 1 a little bit, and they have played really well in some other aspects, but I will criticize the lack of any, like, solid major defenses, or even just trying to keep the fight contained here rather than here. Pathfinders are trying to trying to go out and scope things out. Hopefully get some easy kills and circumvent the MGs. But now we have 3 Panthers charging on in along the side again. It's just not about, it's not going to go well. It's just not about to go well for the allies, is what I'm about to say. Oh, that man, that bazooka went flying. He's like, fuck this! And it just runs. Panther Force, though, not really much of a target. Cithro's on the other side, so unless he truly dove in the middle of Allied, you know, territory, he's not going to get it. He's just kind of chilling on the border. Even if the border is technically, you know, should be on paper in deep in Allied lines, but they're just not protecting the front. Alright, Rangers, again, they might be able to take it. Werfer, though, fires, and they're going to run. Oh, and Stuka fire. Oh my god, there's so much. Holy shit. They fired everything. That was a LEFH, a Stuka, a Werfer, dead Rangers. Air support comes on in, trying to hit the plane, but since rockets won't do, he just kamikazes himself into it. Why not? King Tiger's now on the field. And here comes the Panther charge. Right as Major's forces are preoccupied with other fronts. Like his bazooka team's super far up north, etc. You have one Comet and the Firefly, but Firefly goes down. Comet needs some additional support. One AT gun is firing. They kill one Panther. Maybe Comet trying to reposition itself. Cover to cover being used for additional speed. Major finally says GG. They're trying to take mid, unable to. Like, you can't denounce Major. You can't, like, say, oh, Major's not doing anything. Like, he's the one that's literally propping up the allies. Good crush, by the way. I saw that. Well, alas, was not enough. Was not enough. Alright, let's double check the after action report and see how things fared. Again, if I have to determine, like, where everything went wrong, I'm gonna say, once again, it was the protecting the flank. That was, like, the biggest thing I saw. Yeah, Major, 141,000 damage. Like, god damn. If you could have, like, Major Bones' head with, like, the two big arms, like, stretched out, like, yeah, that's what it would be. Because he's just trying to carry. Level 1, though, did get the top kills. And, actually, you know, we didn't really actually see many Calliopes. Or maybe I missed it. But I didn't really notice any Calliopes in the second half after the initial pushes. Cithro, again, in third. On the Axis side, by the way, thank you, Milam, for submitting this replay. 99, almost 100k damage. And he also got top kills. And let's double check that. Panthers did actually decently well. They got a number of kills. They also took a lot of losses. But, hey, they did okay. Let's see here. Artillery, 74 kills. Pretty solid stuff right there. Again, Panthers did okay. Milam, again, did almost as much damage as, like, 5 to 6 Panthers that was deployed by the other two. Just only one Jagdpanzer was used in that fight, though. Cithro, 20,000 damage for his Fireflies. And, again, a lot of kills with the artillery. Just need to protect them. Level 1. Again, decent with their Jackson defense. And Major, his Jacksons were literally the best in terms of AT. He was so good with them and targeting armor. He not necessarily could kill them every time, but he was always wearing him down. Also, great use with Pathfinders. Great use with Paratroopers. Like, Major was probably the best player in this game. Second to probably Milam. But the thing was, it was just the Axis strategy of constantly hitting behind enemy lines, and the mines or whatever just either weren't properly placed or they got unlucky and couldn't hit the target. In the beginning, again, allies were pretty sound, but then again, it was just Cithro. It seemed like to me Cithro focusing everything on the one side and having nothing there just opened it up, and they just were easily torn down. So guard your flanks, guys. Always guard your flanks. But what do you think? Leave your comments down below. This has been Greyshot, and I'll see all you guys next time. Hello, everyone. Before y'all go, you can check out more content above. You can subscribe, and you can hear as I talk about some amazing people who support me on Patreon, which include Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Milam, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, PyroShark, XSomeToolx, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support. You literally help this channel keep on growing, so thank you. If you want to support the channel, again, check out some of the stuff I mentioned. Otherwise, I'll see all of you next time.